You may have seen one of our previous videos showing you just how clever the designs of everyday things can be and revealing how so many objects have hidden purposes that you never knew about. But wait, there's still a lot more. In this video, you'll learn 10 things you didn't know about which have hidden uses, from the little holes in Converse shoes to the taste of Nintendo Switch cartridges. Let's get started. Number 10. The bumps on the F and J keys. Have you ever noticed the little raised sections on the F and J keys on a computer keyboard? There is a very good reason why they exist and why they're on those keys, specifically. Check any keyboard, and you will find them on these exact same keys. They are designed so that touch typers know where these two letters are without having to look down. The middle row of a keyboard, on which the F and J keys are located, is called the home row, and a typist's index finger should rest on these two keys and return to them after each word is typed. This helps a touch typer to navigate the keyboard more efficiently by helping achieve typing speeds of 60 words per minute or more without ever needing to look down at the keyboard. Number 9. Buttons on women's clothing. Bras aren't the only women's clothing item that's made the list. At number 9, we have the buttons on women's shirts or blouses. I know buttons on all clothing have the obvious use of allowing you to put your clothes on and take them off. Don't worry, that's not the reason they're in this video. That's hardly new news. But have you ever wondered why the buttons on women's shirts are on the left when most people are right-handed? Well, it turns out it stems from a historical hidden purpose. In Victorian time, wealthy women used to wear several layers of clothes with lots of buttons to show off their status. And these same rich women would not dress themselves, but would usually be dressed by ladies in waiting or other servants. So the buttons were placed on the left to make it easier for their maid to dress them. As when facing them, it's as if the buttons are on the right. Men, meanwhile, had far simpler outfits and usually dressed themselves, so the buttons were placed on the right. The traditions simply stuck. How very Downtown Abbey, right? Number 8. The front strap on a bra. Of course, bras come in many different shapes and styles, but many of them have something in common. They have a small strap on the front between the two cups. This has one obvious purpose. It helps to make it easier to put the bra on and to take it off. But some bras have been specifically designed with another purpose in mind, and this purpose is far more surprising. It allows you to separate off one cup and to use it as a face mask. In the case of an emergency, such as a fire or a biohazard, the bra cup can be used to shield your mouth and face. This ingenious idea came about after the Chernobyl disaster in the Ukraine. It allows women to always have a quick and easy-to-use face mask on their person. For the men, I suppose we'd better just make sure we have a lady by our side. As with two cups, each bra can provide two masks. Number 7. The zigzag side of bobby pins. Whether you call them bobby pins, Kirby grips, or simply hair clips, we all recognize that classic hair accessory and its iconic zigzag shape. But why was it designed like this? It's to help you know which way up you should place the pin when putting it into your hair. The zigzag side is supposed to face towards your head, and the straight side should face outwards. This helps hold the hair in place more securely, meaning that the pins do their job better. Don't worry if you've been using them the wrong way around though. Lots of people do, and those of them who haven't seen this video will probably continue to. Number 6. The holes in Converse. I bet a lot of you have owned a pair of these before. I certainly have. But have you ever sat and looked at those two small holes near the bottom of these trainers and wondered what the point of them was? Perhaps you thought they were simply for fashion and to add to the uniqueness of this famous shoe's design. But in fact, they have a more practical purpose than that. Although Converse All-Star sneakers are now a fashion item, they were originally invented to be worn by basketball players. At prototype stage, some sportsmen complained that the shoes left their feet feeling too hot, so the holes were simply added for ventilation. If you ask me, they look pretty cool as well though. Number 5. The Shape of a Toblerone. Of all the chocolate bars out there, Toblerone must have the most unique shape. Many people think his triangular structure is supposed to represent a mountain range, but the inventor's sons say it was actually inspired by a sexy Parisian cabaret dance troupe who always ended their shows on a pyramid formation. But anyway, that's hardly a hidden practical use. In fact, the shape also does serve a purpose. It makes it easy to break a piece of the chocolate off. Just watch this by pushing the triangle towards the rest of the bar. It snaps off way easier than by trying to do it the other way. You've probably been doing it wrong for years. We hope this video has changed your Toblerone life forever. You can thank me later. Number 4. The Dimples and Candy Trays. Toblerone isn't the only confectionery item that has ease of eating as a central part of its design. Look at these small circular dimples in this tray of toffee. You'll find similar little dips in the packaging of other candy brands too. They look like they are perhaps just there for decoration, or maybe something that helps the sweets be put in the tray with greater ease during production. They're actually there to make the sweets inside more accessible. Simply push down with 2 fingers on either side and voila, the toffee just pops out. That should save you some time next Christmas. Number 3. The End of a Toothpick. If you eat out at a restaurant, there will often be toothpicks on the table to allow you to unstick any food from your teeth. But what you do with the toothpick after you've used it? If your place has already been cleaned away, it can be pretty awkward because people don't want your used toothpick touching the table. While some cluttered toothpick designers have solved this problem, just look at the end of this toothpick. You've probably seen this style before, but you probably didn't know why there are little grooves at the very end of it. It's really quite ingenious. The first groove on the toothpick is weak and therefore can be broken off easily. This allows it to be used as a stand for your used toothpicks. This means it avoids contact with the table or the tablecloth, which is cleaner and more polite. It's particularly common in Japan and in Japanese restaurants in other countries. So the next time you're eating out at sushi place, you could definitely impress your friends by showing off that you know this little hidden use. Number 2. The number on Heinz sachet. Take a look at Heinz condiment sachets, and in the top corner you'll spot a small number. Ketchup, mayonnaise, salad cream, even horseradish sauce, and malt vinegar, they all have it. And it doesn't designate different sauces because look, even the same sauce can have lots of different numbers on it. It caused quite a stir a few years ago, with internet users on websites like Reddit desperately trying to figure out what the number stood for. Well, luckily, Heinz cleared it all up for everyone via their Twitter account. The numbers are there to show which filling line each sachet was filled on. If there's a problem with any sachet, this helps them identify which machine it was filled with. Simple. Number 1. The taste of Nintendo Switch cartridges. Our number 1 hidden secret use is the taste of Nintendo Switch cartridges. People have recently noticed that the cartridges of the super popular game console have a very interesting taste. But if you're about to run over yours to give it a try, don't they taste absolutely revolting? It's a strong sour flavor that is quite hard to get rid of once you've got it in your mouth. The Japanese gaming giant has coated them in a chemical called denatonium benzoate, which is a bittering agent known for having one of the most disgusting tastes known to humankind. It's a chemical that's also used in antifreeze or on rat poisons for a similar reason. It's simply to stop people from eating them. Nintendo have added this feature for safety purposes. They don't want children to eat and to accidentally swallow these small cartridge games. If you ask me, that's very clever of them, and that's why this has come in at number 1 on our list of hidden uses. I hope we've managed to show you some interesting secrets in this video. Which one did you like the best? Is there anything else you've looked at and always wondered what it was there for? Leave us a comment below to let us know. If you like this list, please check out our other videos and subscribe to this channel, clicking that bell icon to be part of the notification squad. Thanks for watching.